Inertia of Kodak. Kodak, as we know it today, was founded in the year 1888 by the George Eastman. As the Eastman Kodak Company, it was a company famous name in the world of photography and videography in the 20th century. Kodak brought about the revolution in the photography and videography industries. At the time when only huge companies could access the cameras used for recording movies, Kodak enabled the availability of cameras to every household by producing equipment that was portable and affordable. Kodak was the most dominant company in its field for the most entire 20th century, but the series of wrong decisions killed its success. The company declared itself bankrupt in 2012. Why did Kodak fail? 8 reasons why Kodak failed. The razor and blades business plan was initially successful, but turning blind to other strategy was not wise for Kodak. Research and development is a core part of marketing success, but Kodak ignored it altogether. The digital age of photography beyond Kodak, the company simply ignored its call when the time was ripe to make the transaction. Did you know Steven Session, an electrical engineering of Kodak, first discovered the technology behind digital photography, but Kodak simply disregarded it. Through falls were closing in a Kodak company still went on to argue the analog photography is better than digital, and it's lost 10 valuable years in this way. While Fujifilm, the Japanese conglomerate, shifted its gears to the digital way, Kodak continued with its analog promotion. Through walls were closing on Kodak, the company still went on to argue that analog photography is better than digital. Promotion is an older technology and not embracing digital photography can be summed up as one of the most prominent mistakes of Kodak. Kodak for many years enjoyed unmatched success all over the world. By 1968, it had captured about 80% of the global market share in the field of photography. Kodak adopted the razor and blades business plan. The idea behind the razor blade business plan is to first sell the razor with a small margin of profit. After buying the razor, the customers will have to purchase the consumable the razor's blades in the case. Again and again, hence sell the blades at the high profit margin. Kodak plan was to sell cameras at affordable price with only the small margin for profit, and then the consumables such as films, printing sheets and other accessories at a high profit margin. Using the business model, Kodak was able to generate massive revenue and turned into money-making machine. As technology processed, the use of films and printing sheets gradually came to an halt. This was due to invention of digital cameras in 1975. However, Kodak dismissed the capabilities of digital cameras and refused to do something about it. Did you know that the inventor of digital cameras, Steven Session, was an electrical engineering at Kodak? When he developed the technology, when Steven told to the boss at Kodak about his invention, their response that's cute, but don't tell anyone about it. That's how you shot yourself in the foot. Kodak ignored digital cameras because the business of films and paper was very profitable at the time. And if these films and these items went no longer required for photography, Kodak could be subjected to huge losses and end up closing down the factories which manufactured these items. The idea was implemented on the large scale by Japanese company by the name of Fujifilm, and soon enough many other companies started the products and sales of digital cameras, leaving Kodak way behind in the race. This was Kodak's first mistake, the ignorance of new technology and not adapted to the changing market dynamics, initiated Kodak's downfall.
Hello everyone. Biggest cause of Kodak's failure. After the digital camera became popular, Kodak spent almost 10 years arguing with Fuji Films, its biggest competitor, that the process of viewing an image captured by the digital camera was a typical process, and people love the touch and feel of printing image. Believed that the citizen of a United States of America would also choose it over Fuji Films, a foreign company. Fuji Films and many other companies forced on gaining a foothold in the photography and videography segment rather than engaging in a verbal speech with Kodak. Committed continued to stick with its outdated idea of relying on films, cameras, and claimed the report who said the statement in the magazine did not have the knowledge to back his proposition. Kotak failed to release that the strategy, which was affected at one point, was now depriving of its success. Rapidly changing technology and market needs negated this strategy. Kodak invested its fund in acquiring many small companies, depending the money it could have used to promote the sales of digital cameras. When Kodak finally understood and started the sales and the production of digital camera, it was too late. Many big companies have already establishing themselves in the market by then, and the Kodak could not keep pace with the big shots. And once again, Kodak was wasted time promoting the use of film cameras instead the emulation its competitors. It completely it completely ignored the feedback from the media and the market. Kodak tried to convince people that film cameras were better than digital cameras and lost 10 valuable years in the process. Kodak also lost the external funding it has during that time. People also releasing that digital photography was way ahead of traditional film photography. It was cheaper than film photography and the image quality was better. Around that time, a magazine stated that Kodak was being left behind because it was turned a blind spot of new technology. The making term and Kodak tried to convince the managers about the change need in company's core principle to achieve success. But Kodak managing committed continued to stick with its. In the year 2004, Kodak finally announced it would stop the sales of traditional film cameras. This decision made around 15,000 employees, about one-fifth of the company workforce at that time. Redundant before the start of the year 2011, Kodak lost its place in the S&P 500 index, which listed in 500 largest companies in the United States on the base of stock performance. In September 2011, the stock price of Kodak hit an all-time low of 0.54 per share. The share lost more than 50% of their value throughout the year. Thank you.